Welcome back to Creating Cashflow, where I take my portfolio from zero to $1 million a month in passive income earnings. My name is Dallin Wardrop, and this is my story. And this is an especially exciting episode because I'm able to report that I've earned my first dollar in passive income since I've started this channel, which is so exciting, and it happened way faster than I expected. So it's nice to be able to put my mind to something and see that now we're able to have our first almost full celebration. So the first goal is to be able to get from zero to $1,000 a month in passive income, and we got to 914. So before I tell you how I was able to secure that bag, I wanted to be able to share a little quick nugget for you. This was from Walt Disney. It's just a quick quote that says, "The way to get started is to quit talking and get doing." So that's one thing that I'm so excited about with this channel. Everyone talks about making the money, securing that bag, making the passive income, but actually going out and doing it is a whole other thing, and it takes a lot of work. But as we're learning today, it's actually easier. Well, I don't know about like easy, but it's possible. So I haven't made that first 1,000 yet, but 914 is pretty dang close. And that's not technically recurring, but let me tell you how I was able to do it. So in a previous episode, if you're following along, and if you're not, go ahead. I would love to have you follow along and be part of this community that is trying to go from zero to creating however much cash flow you need to free up your life and be able to do the things that you want to do. But if you're following along, I talked a little bit about short-term car rental service called Turo. So Turo, if you haven't seen that episode, you can go look at it, but quickly, it's a short-term car rental service. It's peer-to-peer rental, where essentially it's the Airbnb for your car. You put it up on their platform and people are able to book it. You set your own price, you set your own schedule, blah, blah, blah. It's pretty cool. But I had like a huge, gigantic fear to put my Jeep that I love. Like, I bought basically my dream Jeep, and it's only 2 years old. I only have 3 years of payments. I have one more year left of making payments. But I'm like, this has been an expense in my life that now that I'm really focusing on generating cash flow, this will be a great way for me to start generating cash flow. So for me, this is one of the easiest ways to just start building some recurring passive income. And if you go onto the Turo website, they have estimates of how much your car will be able to make in the specific area. And it basically says that my Jeep, which is a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited, which is the 4 doors, it has the cool top that automatically goes back and forth. It says that will make about $13,000 a year, which over the course of the year, that would put me above my $1,000 a month in passive income, which is the initial goal. So I didn't really know how long it would take, and I just wasn't sure. Again, I really didn't even want to rent out my Jeep, but I'm like, look, this is my new focus, and I have to be able to take risks. I have to be able to do things that maybe feel uncomfortable, which I've talked about as well on this show. You got to be able to do something uncomfortable in the short term to be able to get your long-term achievements. So I was able to list my Jeep on Turo. By the way, it's a super easy setup. It's super easy to manage. I highly recommend it. So far, it's been great for me. But I got 3 bookings, and between all of those bookings, I think I already mentioned this, I only take 60%. I can take up to 90%, but just based on my conservativeness with going into Turo, I wanted to be on the much more conservative side. So I'm only taking 60%, which means if I would have taken 75 or any of the other percentages, I would have been over the $1,000 a month threshold. That's super exciting. And it only took 3 rentals to be able to get me there. All 3 of those renters gave me a 5-star review, which is great because now I have some street cred on Turo. When someone goes to look to book my car, not only will Turo give me better like SEO, where my car will show up more and more because people are having a good experience with it. But now I'll also be able to have some social credit where people have said, hey, this is a great experience, this is a great Jeep, like he was a great host to work with. So then people who may not have rented with someone that was inexperienced will now feel more comfortable renting with me because I have a few testimonials. So all in all, this has been a great experience. I hope this can continue to snowball. And if you want to know the truth, my car was only rented out for 6 days total. So that was 3 renters. One had it for 2 days over a weekend, one had it for 1 day during the weekday, and another one had it for 3 days over a long weekend. So this has been like a very minimal effort for me. All I had to do, I got the car washed each time in between, and really, yeah, that took a teeny bit of work, but not that much. And so hopefully we'll see how this goes over the course of the year, because we'll be able to average it out over the course of the year and we can follow along. But so far, this has been a great experience. I'm glad that I've taken that leap of faith to get there, because people have been taking care of the Jeep, and that was another thing. I know only 6 days, it sounds like maybe that's a lot to be it's a lot of money for only 6 days, which that's true. I think I wanted to price the Jeep at a really high price point so that people who are going to be renting it will most likely take care of it. It's kind of like, if you drop the price too much, you'll get a lot of renters, but people don't tend to value or treat things as well if it's cheap. My whole strategy with it is price it high. It won't get rented out for as many days, but hopefully the people that can afford it and that will actually pay that much for a Jeep will be able to take better care of it. So far that's worked out 3 for 3. I imagine it won't always be like that, but honestly, 2 of the people that brought it back, you couldn't even tell that they used it other than a few bug splats on the outside of it because they take it out on longer road trips to get out of the city. But overall, this has been a really, really good experience. It's exciting. I'm excited to be able to come in here. I think, what is this, episode 6? And I'm already coming in saying, hey, passive income has been generated. So, as I always say at the end of these videos, what you focus on grows. So I'm going to continue to stay focused. I'm going to continue to improve my Turo listing, hopefully make it better and better, and start increasing the amount of cash flow that I can make from it. This upcoming month, I'll be out of town for a few weeks, so I don't know that I'll be able to do as well, just because I won't have as many opportunities for people to rent it out. But from there, I should be back and able to make some more passive income with Turo. So if you have any thoughts or questions, comments down below. If you have any thoughts, questions, or comments, leave them down below. Reach out. Let me know what you're doing. I'd love to hear your strategy on how you're generating passive income. So far, this has been an extremely exciting journey for me, and I'll keep this one short. But again, thank you for listening, watching, and please join this community. Follow me on whatever podcast service you're listening to this on, or if you are on YouTube, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, all the beautiful things, and let's grow and let's learn together. So luckily, this is a win that I'm sharing now, and in the future there will be hopefully a lot more wins and definitely some losses. So be sure to follow along, and as Walt Disney says, quit talking about it and just go out and do it. That's what I'm trying to do, and so hopefully we can inspire each other to be able to take massive action and make some pretty incredible things happen for our lives. Anyway, take it easy. See ya.